It's early March 2025, and I just finished all of the lore videos I wanted to make following the release of Sutherland's Tale. Let's check to see if episode 5 has been released. At this point in early 2025, I think a delay for the Wintermute finale is guaranteed. Seeing as my upload schedule for lore videos has been thrown into a paper shredder and then fed to the wolves, I'm pretty much scraping the bottom of the barrel of videos I wanted to do before episode 5 dropped. Let's just say that Sutherland's Tale, the Wintermute finale delay, and the Blackfrost announcement really just f***ed all of my plans up. But for the better. In the meantime, I want to focus on some bigger projects that are going to take some time to work on. With the little time I have left over, I want to hop over to the Blackfrost announcement and make every type of video I could make under the sun about the topic. Videos like, new things I want to see in the sequel to The Long Dark. Actually, that's a really good place to start. Before I continue, please make sure to leave a like and a comment so I can continue making videos like this. But first, in case you are new to the world of The Long Dark and or new to my channel, I mainly focus on its lore and story. I've been covering and will continue to cover the narrative content of the first game and the greater franchise for the foreseeable future. If you want to kickstart your lore journey, consider subscribing and watching through the various lore playlists linked in the description. The following things are in no particular order, but as far as I can tell, they are not confirmed to be coming with Blackfrost. Basically, these are 3 new things I would like to see in the sequel to The Long Dark. Going off of what we saw in the Far Territory expansion for The Long Dark, I get the feeling that Blackfrost is not going to have a dedicated story mode like its predecessor. From a production standpoint, building everything into one world space would be easier to maintain and add to. The tales from the expansion are a good indicator that storytelling may be built into the survival world. It would actually be the smarter way of doing it. Of course, that would require careful planning to lock off areas to reserve them for future stories, but I'm certain Hinterland has already accounted for that. Imagine stumbling upon location X with a note. The note takes you to location Y with another note, and so on and so on. With careful planning, notes, journals, and other story-related items could lead you to explore new places or places you missed entirely. Along with discovering the story of these locations and the people that left them behind, you earn rewards by learning the layout of the world space and the loot opportunities they present. I also imagine that NPC humans will also present storytelling through dialogue and maybe even quests. Honestly, this would be way better than having a dedicated mode for a story like Wintermute. I feel that most people don't bother with Wintermute because they purchase The Long Dark for the survival experience. Wintermute isn't designed for that in mind, but you can get a slice of that experience. Having everything in one game mode and world space gives you the opportunity to have the true survival experience and discover the stories the game has to offer at your own pace. If you've spent enough time playing The Long Dark, you may have noticed how not alive the wildlife seems. Sometimes games take the artificial and artificial intelligence a little too literally. And I get it, having actual intelligent AI in a game takes many years to master and resources to build. I stay as far away from AI in general when I'm working on games. One thing I would love to see is more lively AI wildlife in Blackfrost. Whenever you see a wolf charge a deer, it's a breath of fresh air considering 95% of the time they are charging you. This is a great example of what I'm talking about, but this is just the start. When I mean lively, I mean actual migration patterns where you see animals moving across the world. All animals being able to interact with each other, and animals having an effect on the world itself. Some of the interaction types I would love to see include the following. A rabbit gets scared as you shoot and miss it with an arrow. Now that rabbit scurries and runs into a flock of ptarmigan, causing them to fly away. A bear is really hungry and spots a deer. The bear charges, kills the deer, and drags it to its den. A deer gets scared by something in the distance, but doesn't see you as it runs right into you. Colliding with that deer causes you to take minor physical and clothing damage and throws you on your back. An area with too many herbivores or carnivores for too long will have less natural resources, thus shaping the world around them. It's interactions like these that I feel are missing from The Long Dark. What it has now is really artificial AI with minimal effects on the world and each other. When it comes to the predators, their purpose is to impede your ability to move through the world and alter your chances of survival. With more intelligent and interactive wildlife, everything from rabbits to bears can have interesting interactions with you and the world that provides both positive and negative benefits to your experience. I mean, look at the wildlife refresh from the expansion. It was a truly breath of fresh air that has altered the experience of the game greatly, which is why I would love to see a more dynamic and enhanced wildlife system in Blackfrost. I want to see a new animal that... No, not you. Get out of here. I want to see a new animal that has a role we don't normally see animals have in survival games. There is only one animal in the animal kingdom that is unofficially considered both a cobra and a chicken. They are the assholes of the land, air, and sea, at least the top layer. Ladies and gentlemen and non-binary folks, the Canadian goose. My regular viewers know my opinions on geese and why I would love to see them in the long dark. These spicy waterfowl are the nuclear bombs of birds, and I think they would fit perfectly in a survival world. What role would geese fill in the world of the long dark, you may ask? Well, I already kind of revealed it. It would be the asshole.
That pisses me off!
Midway through recording this, I realized the moose already takes on this role, but hear me out. All the goose does is dive bomb you and ruin your day with a violent nibbling, tearing some clothes and causing minor physical damage. That's it. It's just an asshole and nothing more. It's there to ruin your day and make it just a little bit worse. With the lingering effects on animals from the first flare, some animals exhibit abnormal behaviors. Aggression is one of those behaviors, which is the perfect reason to add geese. Migratory patterns are also broken, so there is even a lore reason for why geese may be around during the winter. Plus, besides the moose, what other animal perfectly represents Canada? Geese, especially the spicy Canadian variety, would fit very well in the long dark. And those are the 3 new things I would love to see in Blackfrost. Technically, you could argue that some of these are already in the long dark, but I would love to see them more properly implemented from the start. Let me know what you think about these additions and what new things you would like to see in Blackfrost that haven't been confirmed. Additionally, I have some questions for both Canadian viewers as well as all viewers. For Canadian viewers, what are the most common household weapon types that Canadians own or use for recreation? For all viewers, what are the weapon types you would like to see in Blackfrost? This will hopefully help with a future video about weapons in Blackfrost and will provide a realistic look at what to expect. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like and a comment for the algorithm so I can keep making them.